What if one of Europe's most futuristic cities looked like it had been frozen in the Middle Ages? Imagine walking through streets lined with centuries-old buildings in the morning, paying for your coffee with cutting-edge digital technology, and finishing your day watching the sunset over the Baltic Sea. It sounds like two completely different worlds, but in Tallinn, they're perfectly connected. Every year, thousands of people from around the world discover that Estonia's capital is much more than a beautiful tourist destination. Entrepreneurs, digital nomads, students, families, and professionals are choosing Tallinn because it offers something that's becoming increasingly difficult to find in Europe: a city that combines history, innovation, safety, affordability, and an exceptional quality of life. But here's what surprises almost everyone: the biggest reason people fall in love with Tallinn isn't its famous medieval old town. In today's countdown, we'll reveal the top 10 reasons why everyone wants to live in Tallinn, Estonia. Some of these reasons are well known, while others remain hidden advantages that even many visitors never experience. Number 10, a city where history and the future exist side by side. Picture yourself leaving your apartment on a peaceful morning, walking through narrow cobblestone streets surrounded by medieval towers, ancient churches, and stone walls that have stood for more than 700 years. Then, just a few minutes later, you're working in one of the most digitally advanced cities anywhere in the world. It almost sounds impossible, but for people living in Tallinn, it's simply another ordinary day. This incredible contrast is one of Tallinn's greatest strengths. While many historic European cities struggle to balance preservation with modernization, Tallinn has managed to do both remarkably well. Its UNESCO-listed Old Town remains one of the best-preserved medieval districts in Europe, while modern neighborhoods continue expanding with innovative architecture, thriving startups, and world-class digital infrastructure. But here's what surprises many newcomers. Living in Tallinn never feels like living in an open-air museum. The city is alive, energetic, and constantly evolving. You can spend your morning exploring centuries of history, your afternoon collaborating with international tech companies, and your evening relaxing in stylish cafes overlooking historic squares. Few places offer such a seamless blend of old-world charm and modern convenience. Number 9, one of the most digital societies on Earth. Imagine handling your taxes, signing important documents, opening a business, accessing healthcare, and interacting with government services, all from your computer or smartphone, often in just a matter of minutes. In Tallinn, that's not a vision of the future. It's everyday life. Estonia has become a global leader in digital innovation, and Tallinn sits at the heart of this remarkable transformation. The country's secure digital infrastructure allows residents to complete tasks online that still require paperwork and long waiting lines in many other countries. The result is something every resident appreciates: less bureaucracy and more time to actually enjoy life. But what makes this digital revolution truly remarkable isn't the technology itself, it's how naturally it fits into everyday living. Instead of making life feel more complicated, these digital systems quietly remove many of the frustrations people experience elsewhere. From entrepreneurs launching new businesses to families accessing public services, the entire system has been designed around simplicity and efficiency. Number 8, a city where you can feel safe. Imagine taking an evening walk through the city after dinner, exploring quiet streets, enjoying beautiful public squares, or riding public transportation late at night without constantly looking over your shoulder. For many people living in Tallinn, this feeling of security is simply part of everyday life. Safety has become one of the city's greatest attractions for families, professionals, students, and retirees alike. Clean neighborhoods, well-maintained public spaces, reliable public transportation, and a strong sense of civic responsibility all contribute to an environment where many residents feel comfortable going about their daily lives. But perhaps the most remarkable part isn't found in crime statistics, it's the atmosphere. Visitors often notice how calm the city feels. Children play in neighborhood parks, people comfortably walk or cycle through the city, and public spaces remain welcoming throughout the day. That sense of trust helps create a quality of life that many people didn't realize they were missing until they experienced it themselves. Number 7, a high quality of life without the price tag of Western Europe. What if you could enjoy many of the advantages of living in Europe without paying the sky-high prices found in cities like London, Paris, Amsterdam, or Copenhagen? That's one of the biggest surprises waiting for many people who move to Tallinn. While the cost of living has increased in recent years, Tallinn often remains more affordable than many of Western Europe's most popular capitals, especially when it comes to housing, transportation, dining, and everyday expenses. For many newcomers, this means enjoying a comfortable lifestyle while making their income go much further than they expected. But what truly makes this advantage so valuable isn't simply saving money. It's the freedom that comes with it. Instead of spending nearly every paycheck on basic expenses, many residents find themselves traveling more often, exploring Estonia's beautiful countryside, enjoying local restaurants, or investing in experiences that improve their quality of life. In many ways, Tallinn allows people to focus less on financial pressure and more on actually living. Number 6. Nature is always just minutes away. Imagine finishing your workday and, instead of sitting in traffic for hours, finding yourself walking through peaceful forests, relaxing beside the Baltic Sea, or watching the sunset from a quiet coastal park just minutes later. In Tallinn, that isn't something reserved for weekends, it's simply part of everyday life. Despite being a modern European capital, Tallinn is remarkably green. Beautiful parks, scenic walking trails, forests, beaches, and protected natural areas surround much of the city, making it easy for residents to disconnect from busy schedules and reconnect with nature whenever they choose. Few capitals in Europe offer such easy access to both urban conveniences and outdoor adventures. But here's what surprises many newcomers. Nature in Tallinn isn't something you have to plan for, it's woven into daily life. Cycling through tree-lined streets, taking morning walks along the waterfront, or spending weekends exploring Estonia's national parks quickly becomes part of your routine. That constant connection with the outdoors creates a healthier and far less stressful lifestyle. Number 5. A thriving startup and technology hub. Most people know Tallinn for its medieval Old Town. Far fewer realize that it's also one of Europe's most exciting centers for innovation. In fact, this relatively small city has produced an extraordinary number of successful technology companies, earning global recognition far beyond its size. Tallinn has built an ecosystem where entrepreneurs, software developers, engineers, investors, and creative professionals can thrive. Modern co-working spaces, startup incubators, international networking events, and a business-friendly environment have transformed the city into one of Europe's leading destinations for innovation. For ambitious professionals, opportunity often feels much closer than they ever imagined. But what truly makes Tallinn different is the balance it offers. Unlike some of the world's largest technology hubs, success here doesn't necessarily come with endless traffic, overwhelming crowds, or an exhausting pace of life. Many professionals discover they can build international careers while still enjoying evenings by the sea, weekends in nature, and a healthier work-life balance. Number 4. An excellent place to raise a family. Imagine your children growing up in a city where they can walk through clean neighborhoods, play in beautiful parks, receive a high-quality education, and experience a lifestyle that values both opportunity and well-being. For many families, that's exactly what makes Tallinn so appealing. One of the city's greatest strengths is the balance it offers. Parents appreciate the combination of safe communities, reliable public services, modern schools, excellent healthcare, and an environment where children can enjoy both city life and nature. Instead of constantly worrying about long commutes or overcrowded neighborhoods, many families discover they have more time to spend together. But perhaps the biggest surprise is how family-friendly the city feels every single day. Playgrounds are everywhere, public transportation is efficient, and parks, museums, and cultural events make it easy to create memorable experiences throughout the year. It's the kind of place where childhood feels a little less rushed and everyday life becomes a little more enjoyable. Number 3. A strong and growing economy. Most people are surprised to learn that one of Europe's smallest capitals has built one of its most dynamic economies. Tallinn has quietly transformed itself into a center for innovation, international business, finance, logistics, and advanced technology, creating opportunities that continue attracting talent from around the world. International companies, successful startups, and rapidly growing local businesses have helped create a job market that is far more diverse than many people expect. Whether you're an entrepreneur launching your first company, a software engineer seeking new opportunities, or a professional looking for international experience, Tallinn offers an environment where ambition is welcomed. But what truly makes this economy different isn't only its growth, it's its accessibility. In many larger European capitals, competition can feel overwhelming. Tallinn, however, often offers professionals the chance to make a meaningful impact while building valuable international careers in a city where innovation is encouraged and bureaucracy is relatively streamlined. Number 2. A lifestyle that balances ambition and peace. Imagine living in a city where your career continues to grow without allowing work to take over your entire life. A place where you can leave the office, reach the waterfront in minutes, enjoy a peaceful evening in a historic square, or escape into nature before the sun goes down. In Tallinn, many residents say this balance isn't an exception, it's simply the way life works. Unlike many of Europe's largest metropolitan areas, Tallinn rarely feels overwhelming. Daily commutes are generally manageable, public transportation is efficient, and the city's compact layout allows people to spend less time traveling and more time enjoying what truly matters. That extra time becomes one of the city's greatest luxuries. But here's what many newcomers never expect. Life in Tallinn doesn't ask you to choose between professional success and personal happiness. You can pursue ambitious goals while still making time for family, friendships, hobbies, travel, and outdoor adventures. That sense of balance is becoming increasingly valuable in today's fast-paced world. Number 1, a future-ready city that still feels like home. What if you never had to choose between building a successful future and enjoying a meaningful life? What if one city could offer cutting-edge innovation, remarkable safety, breathtaking history, beautiful nature, and a genuine sense of community, all without the overwhelming pace of many of Europe's largest capitals? That's exactly why Tallinn has quietly become one of Europe's best-kept secrets. The real magic of Tallinn isn't found in a single landmark, a famous street, or one impressive statistic. It's the way everything comes together. You can build an international career in one of Europe's most innovative digital economies, walk through a UNESCO-listed medieval old town during your lunch break, spend your evenings along the Baltic waterfront, and still be surrounded by forests, beaches, and peaceful neighborhoods just minutes from the city center. Very few places in the world offer such an extraordinary combination. But perhaps the biggest surprise is something you can't measure on a map or in an economic report. Ask people who have made Tallinn their home, and many will tell you the same thing: life simply feels easier. Less time stuck in traffic. Less bureaucracy. Less daily stress. More time for family, friendships, outdoor adventures, and the experiences that truly matter. It's a city designed not only for success, but for living well.